The Angry Birds series has a combined total of over 4 billion downloads across all of its games. That is over half of the entire human population. That number is almost understandable when you look at their seemingly countless spin-offs and collaborations with Star Wars, Minecraft, PUBG Mobile. There's also this nightmarish Angry Birds remix and Dance and Just Dance 2016. They also have their very own games with the Philadelphia Eagles and Green Day. I have no idea why some of these combinations exist, but they do, and there's more where that came from. There's even an insane amount of merchandise and even its very own movie. All of this stems from one simple mobile game released in 2009. Impressive, no doubt, but apparently they became too successful. As of February 23rd this year, the game was removed from the Android Play Store by its very own developers, Rovio. And on Apple's App Store, it's renamed to Red's First Flight. The reason for this is, quote, the game's impact on our wider games portfolio. Apparently, other people are looking at their other Angry Birds games and going, no, I only want the first one. Which I think is not only based, but very, very interesting. Rovio is quite literally suffering from their own success. They need to make money off of microtransactions, and the original game just is not cutting it. Which is kind of a shame. I wish there was another way to solve this problem other than removing the game. I have no idea why they can't just rename it on both platforms. Anyway, how did the game get here? What events made this game specifically so popular? So popular to the point that other game studios are releasing borderline Rule 34 of it with their own characters. Yes, that actually happened, and I'm very sorry you had to see that. But why did Angry Birds become so popular? Today, we'll be exploring that, along with why I think we'll never see another mobile game like Angry Birds ever again. Enjoy. Actually, before you enjoy, I gotta let you guys know about Marshmallow right here. I've trapped Marshmallow here in this hamster ball, and I'm not going to release him until I reach 150,000 subscribers.
助けてください.
Okay, now you can enjoy.
Typically in media, birds are meant to represent freedom, grace, love, strength, longevity, eternity, happiness, and more. However, not all birds are treated equal. Take the crow, for example. It often symbolizes change. It could be something as simple as a change in the weather, but oftentimes, the crow is seen as an omen of death. These birds are scavengers by nature, making the association with the inevitable end all the more obvious. The northern cardinal often symbolizes endurance, manifestation, and devotion. These symbolic traits make this species the perfect candidate for the lead role in the Angry Birds franchise. Yes, these birds are angry, but I would argue it goes much deeper than that. As you can see from the first cutscene in the game, these birds are having their eggs wrongfully stolen by mere swine. I would argue the dominant trait these birds betray is determination. Anger, a strong feeling of annoyance, displeasure, or hostility. This word alone does not properly explain the actions of these birds. Yes, many people act off pure anger and adrenaline. However, in a fit of rage, the person typically isn't as strategic about their actions as they'd like to be. Impulsive is a good way to describe an angry person's headspace. These birds are not impulsive. These birds approach each obstacle with a level head. This can be seen through the use of projectile weaponry, a staple of the irritable avian's primary strategy against their enemies, made all the more impressive considering the limited resources of their homeland. While some would consider a variety of other strategies before landing on artillery, time is of the essence. Determination, firmness of purpose, resoluteness. What can be a greater purpose than saving one's young? They say becoming a father changes you, and so it is with the aggressive fowl. With a mission as vital as this, precision and safety is paramount. Recklessness was not an option, ergo, acting off anger alone. More than anything else, these birds are determined to stop the enemy hogs and save their children. Speaking of pigs, why are they pigs? You see, in media, pigs typically represent luck, overall fortune, gluttony, and greed. I implore you to outline more accurate adjectives to represent these boars. These gluttonous mammals not only set out to hoard the winged creature's ovum, but to consume their protein, minerals, iron, and no doubt their vitamins as well. A nutritious yet diabolical diet. The main query I presume you have at this specific point in time and space is, which is the pig's greater sin? Gluttony or greed?
No. Anyway, why the pigs green? Green is typically a relaxing hue, representing harmony and health. Now, this may seem odd and unrelated to the other qualities of the squealing ones. I will not act as if there's no chance that these pigs harmonize in their free time, or don't have a sense of group harmony. In fact, organization and group unity seems to be more qualities that they possess. And who am I to pretend that there's zero chances that their drove is in full of falsettos? That possibility would be asinine to overlook. However, given the careful thoughts and details awarded to the main protagonist shown throughout the game, I would be bamboozled to learn something so meaningful to the antagonist slowly take relevance off screen. So what is the primary reason for their green skin? This emoji should help clear things up. Green can also be considered a putrid color, sickness, disease, tummy ache. No matter the illness, if your character suffers from any of these ailments, you are most likely going to use the green crayon to color them in. No, I do not think the oinkers are unwell. Far from it. They surely require maximum agility to hijack the zygotes, though if they are indeed under the weather, eggs would be a wise and healthy option. But of course, that is not my assumption. There's nary a doubt in my mind that inspiration for the bad piggy's green shade stems from the swine flu.
President Obama decided to declare the epidemic a national emergency of swine flu, and around the country, people were lining up waiting for hours to get vaccinations.
The World Health Organization has declared a swine flu pandemic as the disease continues to spread around the world.
The swine influenza virus was essentially COVID-19 before COVID-19 was popular. Pigs are commonly associated with the swine flu based on unknown origins. The swine flu swept the world around June of 2009. Angry Birds debuted December of 2009. A coincidence here is near impossible. Anyone who opened the application upon launch would immediately identify the green ones as foes. Peak character design, if you ask me. After all that's said and done, we must now discuss: are these piggies actually bad? Bad, of poor quality or low standard. It is my opinion that it's downright rude to call the round green ones poor quality or low standard. As previously mentioned, their group harmony is impeccable. So to say anything bad about their work ethic is laughable. Are there structures they hide in of poor quality? One may first assume that, but upon further observation, they're genius. As we all know, the bad piggies made the first move in this bird war. In choosing this defensive position, they're not leaving the Skyfellows many options. How are the round green creatures going to know they'd sacrifice their own bodies to win such a battle? It seems the pigs have underestimated the birds, but did not necessarily do anything of poor quality or standard. Perhaps the word bad is referring to their personalities, or the fact they stole potential bird life. I think a second definition of bad is of the utmost importance. Bad, not such as to be hoped for or desired, unpleasant or unwelcome. Yeah, that works. Now, after my lecture thus far, you must be enamored by my sophisticated wordplay, soothed by my rustic voice. If seduced, please smash that like button. It is time for a transition in topic. Now that we have discussed the intricacies of Angry Birds, we must determine whether or not it can be even considered art. The expression or application of human creative skill and imagination, typically in a visual form such as painting or sculpture, producing works to be appreciated primarily for their beauty or emotional power. Creative skill, imagination, emotional power. I challenge thee to conjure up a more accurate depiction of Angry Birds. I have scoured every dictionary in the universe searching for a replacement word, but I do not believe there's a harder challenge than that in existence. However, this poses a new question. Are video games art? To answer this question, the sole place to look is Wikipedia. To read the passage verbatim, the concept of video games as a form of art is a commonly debated topic within the entertainment industry. Though video games have been afforded legal protection as creative works by the Supreme Court of the United States, the philosophical proposition that video games are works of art remain in question, even when considering the contribution of expressive elements such as acting, visuals, stories, interaction, and music. Even art games, games purposely designed to be a work of creative expression, have been challenged as works of art by some critics.
X. Astute viewpoints, I'd say. Common Wikipedia W. Yet questions remain unanswered. Mere proposals of varied concepts were presented to us. The only true way to solve this increasingly complicated riddle is to ask ourselves, would the man who invented art play Angry Birds? It would be an understatement to say finding the first artist is impossible. Impossible for a normal human, that is. I am a smart human, so finding the daddy of art was no big deal. Hunter August Hancock, better known online as Meat Canyon, is the man who invented art. Historians often argue on which piece is the eldest. However, the most commonly accepted origin can be found here on YouTube. The title to this groundbreaking video is Dream Milk's Face Reveal. There, he documents the most sensational moments in the past decade, that being the face reveal of renowned Minecraft YouTuber and freak Dream. I say freak as a term of endearment, of course. The day of the removal of his disguise has since been coined as the Big Beat, thanks to the increased heartbeats of all who bore witness to Dream's dreamy appearance. Pun intended. For those not infatuated with Dream's boyish looks, refer to that day as Sunday, though the population for those people is few and far between. In fact, I'm willing to put a $1 million bounty on anyone who can find a group of 5 or more people who have not fallen for the charm of Dream after he unveiled his true form. Terms and conditions apply. Anywho, shall we return to the discussion of Papa Meat? This beautifully accurate rendition of Sir Clay is the definitive and unanimously accepted first known piece of art. It is also factual to state it's cool. Now, shall we look at its creator? Does he possess a positive outlook on the mobile gaming franchise commonly known as Angry Birds? Surprisingly, he has never tweeted about the feathered folk, nor does his YouTube channel yield any results. Dead end. Rats. I asked him via Twitter, but I was met with silence. Fiddlesticks. In dire moments like this, I must confess, I am a humble being who in fact overanalyzes specific situations from time to time. Not that I can think of any example off the top of my cranium. The answer to whether or not this hunk of a man plays Angry Birds is actually quite simple. The answer has been in front of our faces the entire time. Yes. Now, to finally address what I stated at the start of the video. But why did Angry Birds become so popular? Today, we'll be exploring that, along with why I think we'll never see another mobile game like Angry Birds ever again. Here's my Angry Birds AMV. Hey, so unfortunately the song that was used for the AMV is copywritten, so I can't upload it here. But go to my Twitter, the AMV will be there. Enjoy.